Hello, I'm Imani, and today I'm here with a very special guest, Dr. Cropsey, and we're going to learn more about the world of audiology. So, what does an audiologist do?
So an audiologist assesses hearing and hearing loss. So we test a person's hearing to see if there is any deficit. We also will see patients who are having difficulty with dizziness, noises or ringing in the ears called tinnitus. People who are having difficulty hearing, we will fit them with hearing aids, or if they're having noises in their ears that are bothersome to them, we will fit them with something called a tinnitus masker. We will also see children who maybe have a speech delay to see if there is a hearing loss that could be interfering with their speech. We also will assess children if they have like recurrent ear infections. They'll see the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and maybe they've got some congestion behind their eardrums, so we'll assess them. Adults can have that too. And yeah, just kind of really try to determine what's going on in their ears and if we can help them.
What was your career path that led you into this field, and how many years of schooling did it take?
So actually, I have a master's degree. All audiologists that go into the profession now have to have a doctorate degree, a clinical doctorate, but I just have a master's degree, so I'm not technically a doctor. But because I went to school long ago and I've been practicing for a long time, I'm able to still practice with a master's degree. And so I started out in speech pathology and audiology. We had the same undergraduate program. And so the first 4 years we kind of did both. And then in our master's program, I branched off into the audiology, focused on that. And I kind of liked the audiology part better because it was a little bit more definitive. Like if we wanted to really know, it was black and white. Is there a hearing loss or isn't there a hearing loss? And I started in speech pathology because a little girl I used to babysit for was a stutterer, and I always wanted to try to cure her. But then as I got into the audiology part more, I liked that better.
Wow, that's very interesting. So what is a typical day like in your position?
So working in the position I am now with the ear, nose, and throat physicians, we usually will see patients that come in again for some of the problems I had just noted, and we will get a history, find out what's going on, and then we will run a test called the tympanogram, which checks I guess you could just simplify it and say it checks the vibration of the eardrum and make sure that's working okay. And then we'll have them go in a soundproof booth, and put earphones on them and have them listen to different tones and determine if there's a type of hearing loss with that.
Is it easy to balance your personal life and your work life? Like, is there flexibility?
Yeah, I think so. We usually, the nice thing is we usually will work with the doctors, the ear, nose, and throat doctors, and they're flexible because their schedules may differ a little bit, and so we try to cover for them, help cover. So if they have a patient, we can just see the patient at the same time, so they have to make a trip back. So I would say that it's worked out for me, yeah, to be able to, work a 9 to 5, and that's been kind of nice.
What would be your best advice to those who are interested in pursuing a career in healthcare?
What I would recommend is to just shadow just shadow different healthcare professions. Spend a day with each professional and really kind of figure out what suits you and your interests. That to me would be a big thing. Yeah.
What made you decide to go into the healthcare world and become an audiologist?
Well, I've always enjoyed helping people. That's just been my passion, and I did take a few years off, and now I'm back working again, and I just realized I just want to make people hear better.
Mm-hmm.
It's with the quality of life, just bringing that back to them. Communication is so important, and if I can just make somebody's life better by helping them hear better or communicate better, it makes me feel wonderful, and it's just so rewarding.
Yeah, that's amazing. How has COVID-19 changed or impacted your career?
So the biggest thing I think is the masks. We've had so many more people come in with hearing loss or noticing more hearing loss because of the masks. I think people don't realize how much we rely on lip reading and watching a whole person's whole face when we're communicating. And so I think that's been the biggest thing, is really just people struggling, even if they have normal hearing, because they can't lip read.
Yeah, I've never thought about that. Is there anything you wish you knew before becoming an audiologist?
I think the neatest part about it that I didn't realize, so I guess the most surprising thing, was that it's just not about testing hearing. Like putting earphones on, I think everybody thinks of when they were 5 and they were in kindergarten and they went in for the hearing test, and you just put earphones on and you raise your hand. But there's so much more to it. Now they have cochlear implants, so they're implanting in the brain, and the dizziness. There's so many different tests you can do for dizziness. It's just a lot more than you realize. So I guess I wish I would have been a little more informed, but the reward was that I found out as I got into the practice more how much I really enjoyed it and how diverse it was.
How do you think the world of healthcare will change in the future for the next generation?
I think because there's so many people that are aging, I think we're going to be doing a lot more diagnosing of hearing loss just due to aging, because the population is aging, and also probably fitting hearing aids. Hearing aids, the technology continues to improve, so I think we're going to just be seeing a lot more technology and just a lot more cooler technology actually to help hearing.
Thank you everyone for watching, and is there anything else that you would like to say before we close off?
I would say that if anyone is interested in pursuing audiology, it would be wonderful to just shadow an audiologist just to get an idea if that's something that you would be interested in, because I think it's a real eye-opening experience.